All right, guys, I know the markets are down. Things are not looking spectacular, and we don't know if we're recovering or if we're going down further. I think we're still kind of in an in between right now where we're waiting for some confirmation of we're going to hold this level and this will be our new support area and we'll be accumulating and then going back up, or if we're going back down. And if you'd like me to do some videos where I kind of give you my ideas about the marketplace, let me know. But today I'm going to be covering AutoShark, and that was the first IPO launched on PantherSwap. And because these projects are very related to each other and one is going to be helping the other, I will be referencing both projects in this video. This is one of the few times I'll be covering two projects in one video. I try to keep them short and just cover one at a time, but it's really necessary to fully understand this relationship. And I'll start off by saying the easiest way to understand this, if you're somebody who's a fan of the Binance Smart Chain and understands the relationship between Bunny and Pancake, our Pancake Bunny and Pancake Swap, that's the same kind of relationship that we have going on right now between the Shark token and the AutoShark platform and the PantherSwap token. Both of these projects are basically going, you know what, Pancake did something amazing. Pancake Bunny did something amazing. But they had problems. Both of them have little problems that we went ahead and tried to improve in the code and in what we're doing, or we're just going to give new users a shot to be early into these projects. And I am also going to touch on the price on both of these tokens and where I think it's going. But remember, I'm not a financial advisor. I am just a guy who does these crypto videos and gives you my opinions. And so make sure you look into these and just, take what I have to say and do some more research and then make any decisions you have to about these projects. So we'll start off talking about the PantherSwap IPO. So this was really, really successful. The AutoShark team was trying to raise 1.5 million, and they got oversubscribed by something like 1,700% by the end. To give you an example, I put $1,000 into this IPO, hoping to try to get 1,000 Shark tokens because they were evaluated at $1, and I only got 60. I did get my liquidity back, but we're not really going to talk about how these work today. Just I went ahead and got it back, and I got my Shark tokens pretty quick, and the platform launched. So we're going to go ahead and talk a little bit about PantherSwap because it's important before we get into AutoShark, and then we'll get there. So PantherSwap is currently sitting here with a market cap of about 40 million, and they are minting tokens very fast. New Panther per block is 75. Some projects only mint 1 per block to maybe 5 per block. And some projects who've been around a lot longer have gone down to like 0.7 or 0.6 per block when it comes to these farming tokens. So right now is when PantherSwap is just a few weeks old. They're still at a very, very, very high level of tokens going out. So the price has been trending down. Now you do have to understand that that's probably going to continue until it reaches what it would be its bottom, where people go, okay, at this point I'm ready to buy the token instead of farm the token. Because there are some people who just farm and sell, farm and sell, farm and sell. So we are currently sitting at just under $1. This is combined with the overall crypto market being down and this token just trending down. I don't know if this is where it will stand, but I think $1 is a level where some people might be willing to purchase this token, but we'll just have to be watching this and see. I just thought it was good for you to understand that where Panther is, because AutoShark is going to be relying on PantherSwap being around and being very successful for their project to also be very successful, because their goal is to be the Pancake Bunny for PantherSwap, but they're going to call themselves AutoShark. I don't know why they went with AutoShark. Let's go ahead and get over here to the platform. That was the roadmap and the docs. We'll go back over there and we'll talk about those a little bit more and go over their tokenomics thing. So Shark in the pre-sale was at $1. When it first the site went live, it touched around like $4. I saw it might have been a little bit higher for a little while. Then it came down to $2. Then the market kind of started to go down even more, and now it's sitting at $1.68. Still not a bad return if you got into the pre-sale. You had multiple chances to sell at about 4 to 5x, and if you didn't want to sell, then you're holding your tokens and you're probably staking them. Now, one of the bummers is the Shark token, like the Bunny token, can be staked to earn wrap BNB through the fee structure, because they have a very similar fee structure to Pancake Bunny, that when people go ahead and stake money into these farms. And I'll go ahead and show you here. So I'm in the Panther one. I took all of my Panther tokens I got back from the liquidity pool. I unpaired them and I went ahead and dumped them into here. So I have like 430 tokens sitting in here earning. As you can see, I've earned about 5 Shark right now that I could claim, and about 3.9 Panther. I actually, because of the 5% fee on Panther, I'm not going to claim these right away, as it is an auto compounding pool. But I will eventually do a claim when this Shark token gets up to be enough. $5 on Binance Chain technically is enough to claim, but I'll probably wait till it's more something like 10 tokens. But everyone can make their own decision there. But when you go ahead and claim these, there is a performance fee of 30% on your profits, and that might seem kind of high, and that's why if I click proceed to claim, you're going to see a much bigger gas fee than you are used to, 0.001. That is the other reason why you need to make sure that you wait to claim until you really want to. Let me go ahead and reject that because I don't want to do a claim today, because you're going to be paying a higher fee to go ahead and get these tokens out, and you have to make sure that you justify that by the fact that you get a much higher APR. So look, Panther staking here is earning an APY of 8,653%. If I just leave it in here, it'll grow. If I go back over here to the PantherSwap and I look at their pool for Panther, it pays at 341%. So as you can see, I'm making, with that auto compounding feature, it turns this APR into a very, very high APY. This is the goal of any of the platforms. Let me move that out of the way, sorry. That do this auto, Auto Farm does this, Pancake Bunny does this, even Goose has vaults, and Cub Finance is going to be launching their vaults. It's one of the easier ways to launch a product that you go ahead and you add your token, it is yielded into it. And then if you build a use case for your token, then that's just gravy, because you're giving them your token has a use case, it holds value, and you get to offer these really, really, really high APYs. As you can see here, it's broken down to 449% return as the Shark, and then this 8,000%, I'm sorry, over here on Panther. So that, and as you can see, they went ahead and they rolled out the Panther BUSD farm. This is at some just absolutely crazy APY that this is growing at, so that's pretty amazing to see. They have $10 million sitting in this pool, they have $7 million sitting here, and another $300,000 in Shark sitting over here. So they're at about $18 million in tokens that are here. Now the good thing about that is that means they're going to be earning a good amount of performance fees. The performance fees then get brought back into the system to either mint more Shark to be given out for these pools, or to give them funds to use, or to support the price of Shark. The same way Pancake Bunny works. If you understand that one, you definitely should get this. You can also see they had to do a quick switch from Panther BUSD to V1 to V2 because of a vault change they had to do to fix an issue. It was good to see they took care of that quickly, but there's still people with $300,000 sitting here that they need to come and move it. So people got to pay attention to these places. DeFi is not something that usually you want to set and forget. You want to pay attention to what's going on. You can see here are the next pools that are launching. They are all related to the to the PantherSwap site. So you have Panther BNB coming over, you have Shark BNB coming over, and you have Shark BUSD coming over. Because we have a Panther BUSD pool sitting here at 494,000% APY, and we can go ahead and compare what those pools will kind of be at by going over to here. So if we go over to the farm, if you look at the Panther BUSD one, it's at 700%. Panther BNB is actually at 800. Oh wait, I'm sorry, did I get that backwards? The one they have live. No, they did go Panther BUSD first. So this one is going to be just as high on the percentage. It's going to be the same thing, around like 400,000%. This one right here, the Shark BNB, will be about a little more than half of that percentage, because it's currently sitting here at 400%. And then the Shark BUSD one is at 460%, and so that one will also be very high. So there's going to be some chances here that if you believe in these projects and you believe in the chance that they are going to be something special, that you can go ahead and get into these pools, be earning good returns, and be able to grow your amount of tokens. I should say. You'll be able to grow your tokens. Now, whether or not you'll have a good return is going to be whether or not these sites can go ahead and grow. So the main thing that PantherSwap needs to do is keep growing this TVL number. Now, they're pretty strong here at 300 million for a project that's relatively new. They have very, very high APYs, and now they have a site that adds to their tokens. I keep clicking on that. I'm very sorry. I keep going there for no reason. That is going to be adding, because all of the liquidity that you see here is liquidity that's getting locked into PantherSwap through AutoShark, right? Because they are using the PantherSwap pools. And the same thing will happen here when these ones come out. If people decide to go ahead and get into these, if we have some new people who are ready to get into these now that they can get auto staking, you're going to see the amount of this TVL go up here, which gives them the opportunity to get even more fees. And then you're also going to be able to see PantherSwap get some liquidity put into it from this site. That is going to be people who are kind of staking it long term, staking it to earn Shark, or just staking it to watch it grow, as opposed to people who are staking over here who might be staking to claim their Panther and just go ahead and sell it. When it's coming out this fast, I can understand why they were doing that, because if you've been selling this whole time, saving that money, you could be buying back in now at 95 cents and just have much more Panther than you had in the beginning. I usually do take that approach when I get into a new farm. So now we'll go ahead and go into the Shark token and talk about it. So see, here's the 30% performance fee that they're talking about that they use to give to the Shark stakers. So that's where they get the WBNB that they pay out to the people who stake Shark, is from the fees from all of the claiming. This does also make it so people like me will claim a little bit less often, or you have to pay attention to when you can claim. Now, you might not like these extra fees, but it does make the platform more sustainable, and that's important too. One of the other things that both Shark Token and PantherSwap have are referral systems. Now, this could be looked at as good and bad. If you don't have a referral system, then you don't have anybody out there pushing you just because of the referral system. But if you do have them, then you have more people who are incentivized to go ahead and talk about the project and go ahead and try to get people to come over and try it out. And I will have my referral links below to both sites. If you do decide to come and look at these and get into them, thank you very much if you use them, but you don't have to, obviously. And I'll provide links to the sites that are not referrals as well, so that you can go ahead and check them out that way. So if we get into the tokenomics of the token, they have this nice graph here which kind of explains how this all works. So you have the AutoShark platform, and they do have the Zap functionality built in there the same way that Pancake Bunny has. So when they do that Zap functionality, they can get your token set up. You can get yourself into a farm. Right now, they are currently issuing 200 Shark tokens for every 1 BNB. So the goal of their token for their project to be profitable is that 200 of their tokens equals more than 1 BNB at $1.60. That is really close right now. So this will get adjusted going up and down with how many are getting given out with the value of a BNB token. And it also could be voted on by people, as they're eventually going to have this be led by token holders when they start doing votes. So as you can see, the Shark minter, for every 100 that they mint, they mint 15 that goes to the team to fund the team. So they're saying about 13%. I don't know if this is an error. I don't know if this is supposed to be 15 over 115, saying that if they mint 100, they mint an extra 15, or the way it's worded, it almost sounds, it says every 100 minted, 15 Shark to continue. Yeah, they probably do. They mint 115. So they mint about a 13% for every 100 that they get minted, and they mint for every 1 BNB collected, they go ahead and mint 200 tokens. So that means that they'll end up issuing 30 tokens over here to the development team at the same time. This does allow them to have a good little fund for them to go ahead and hire people, do media, and other things like that. The thing we want to watch with this is they have to actually be hiring people and doing good things. Then the rest go out to the Shark BNB LP treasury, where they go ahead and sit in the pool until somebody claims. Once somebody claims, they get switched to that wrap BNB to pay out to the claim, to the person that is doing the claim. This is probably why they go ahead and do the wrap BNB, because it's just sitting here in the pool. And then they just, unstake it really quick. If they have to, they dump a little bit of Shark, and then they go ahead and pay you out your wrap BNB. And so it's the same kind of token structure that you've seen for the Bunny token, and we've seen it be successful. I know Bunny recently had a hack that they're recovering from, But without that, the token went from like $6 to, I think at one point, almost $600. So can Shark token do something similar? It can, but a lot of that depends on if PantherSwap can survive, can grow, can go ahead and get people who want to get into these farms, who want to earn the Panther token. Because the reason Pancake Bunny is so popular in the past is because everybody wanted more Cake tokens. And the one thing that Cake has that Panther Farm doesn't have yet is really the syrup pools. That's the thing that nobody else has been able to match. As you can see, they have farms with great APRs. They have pools with great APRs. Jungles is going to be their syrup pool, but you click here and there's nothing here yet. So this is what they have to fill in if they really want to compete with PancakeSwap. They have the lottery. They've already launched an IPO, which is similar to the initial farm offerings that Pancake does. And they have the referral system for us to go ahead and try to get other people to come here by using our referral links, and word of mouth maybe being a little bit pushed a little bit harder than it did for PancakeSwap in the beginning. And then they do have their audits. They have one completed with a few more coming. They talk about some of their other features that they have coming up. And these are some of the special features that they talk about. The automatic LP, because they have the zap function as well. They have a burning function to their token. That's something that Cake doesn't have. They have the harvest lockup, so when you put your money into their pools, you have to leave it there for a certain amount of time. And they have an anti-whale mechanism where if anybody's trying to move over a certain percentage of the token in one transaction, it will reject that transaction. So these are all things that they feel make Panther a little bit better than Cake. So if you believe that, if you think that having these extra things and having these farms with these high liquidity will help the project grow, then there's a good chance that AutoShark will also grow as more people will be moving their liquidity over there, so that it auto compounds and grows and grows and grows, and they earn the Shark token on top of that, which is a way to just double up on what you're earning for what you're staking. We can go ahead and just look at some of their news. They did do their first vote, and it looks like they're going to be burning more Panther tokens. They have a 5% fee on all transactions. Previously, they were taking 4% and going into their liquidity pool and burning 1%. They did a vote to change the burn to 2 or to 3, and right now burning 3% is winning. If you have Panther tokens, you might want to go ahead and come and vote for this just to make your voice heard. They did add some new farms to their platform. So they did add the TRX BNB, this is the Venus token, the Sushi token, a BCH BUSD, which was interesting. This is Swipe Protocol. TWT, I have to look up. I actually don't know what that is, and I probably should. So this video is getting a little long, so I'm probably going to get out of it here. You can go ahead and come through and check out all of their different stuff that's going on and check everything out, and go ahead and, make sure that you kind of understand what's going on with both projects. I really do think that AutoShark and the Shark token have a pretty bright future, even if it is heading down now. Oh yeah, let's talk about the price of this token. This is a similar thing where you have a lot of these tokens, and you have anybody who got them in the pre-sale, got them for $1. They're sitting in profit, where at a time when the market is kind of rough, we don't really know what's going on. So should I be selling my sharks, or should I be saving them? Also, you cannot stake into the shark pool currently, because they capped it at a certain amount of shark. I think it was I forget how much it was, but if you go into this one right now, deposits, I have a shark token, deposits are disabled. So they're controlling how much shark can be paid here to keep the yearly APY at a pretty high rate, because I think they want to keep that there. But that's going to put some extra sell pressure on the token until these two pools come into the platform. Now, that's why this might be trending down. So I don't know if I would be buying a lot of Shark token today. You'll have to decide that on your own. It is a farmable token. It has been being given out pretty fast to these pools, because as you saw, I only have $400 here, and I already earned 5 tokens, which I could sell for $5 that I earned on $400 in just a couple days. That's pretty good, without a doubt. So just be aware of that. We're in the early stages. If you think back, Pancake sat around a very low price for a long time. Pancake Bunny also sat at a very low price for a very long time. They need to build their TVLs up to much, much higher numbers. 18 million is not very much money. If this one can get into the hundreds of millions of dollars, which means more of the money that's on PantherSwap is being brought in through AutoShark, and if they can both even get up there to the where they're staking over $1 billion in liquidity on their platforms, that's when you're going to see the tokens possibly start to really flourish and really grow. So I'll go ahead and end it there. I hope you do decide to check out the sites. They do have some very, very impressive APYs when it comes to getting more of the tokens. But be aware that both tokens are probably going to stay around the same price, if not trend down in the near future. And that's if we don't correct more. If the market corrects more, we'll probably head down even more. Thanks, everyone. Bye.